Hello, I'm Debbie Bell-Hosking and I'm at the Bottom Line Technologies Customer Conference. I'm talking to Maurice Cleaves. And Maurice, I want to ask you about the world-class payments report you've been discussing.
So the World-Class Payments Report is Payments UK, which is a trade association in the payments industry, bringing all parts of the payments industry together to try and look for solutions to what a world-class payment systems would look like. We were set the challenge by the Economic Secretary to the Treasury about 18 months ago, and she said, okay, we think the UK has done very well in terms of the facilities that we provide to consumers, governments and businesses. So we have things like faster payments, which was introduced in 2008, and the reality is many other countries are just embarking on that project. We also still have checks around, and we're looking to build systems to make that more efficient. But actually, in terms of a consumer, in terms of a government, in terms of a business, do they get the best outcomes? So our attempt was to bring together the industry to be able to describe the features and functionalities that you would have in a world-class payment system. We've published an interim report. It was published a couple of weeks ago, and we're in the process of socialising that. We'll socialise it with regulators, with current incumbents, with banks, with financial service providers, as well as with corporates, governments and consumers. And the intention is to try and take from that the best features and look at how we can build those into the industry.
And what are the key findings of your research?
So we've put a table together of 13 key findings. They are objectives for what consumers would require. They will be described as such things as, when I make a payment, can I be sure that the recipient is going to receive it? There's one that we sometimes describe as the FedEx of payments, and the FedEx of payments would be you're able to see the payment all along its journey so that you can be sure when it's been received. That's important when you're paying a legal bill or something to do with a house purchase, that the sender of the payment is actually in full control all the way through the process chain. It also looks at things like 24/7. You know, immediate payments. Can we always make sure we've got immediate posting and immediate settlement and then immediate identification of the payment all the way through the chain? So there's quite a lot of very detailed descriptions in the bulk of the world-class payments reporting. What we've tried to do is distill that into an easy-to-read document that's now available.
And how big an issue is cybercrime in payments today?
Cybercrime is one of the areas that we look at quite a lot, and we know that our members do, and our members are banks and financial institutions as well as technology providers in financial services. And we bring together a group, but it's interesting that only yesterday the City of London Police Commissioner said that the figures relating to cybercrime are probably understated by about 40%, and there's potentially 3 million more cases of cybercrime and cyber fraud which are not reported in the current figures. So it is a huge problem. It's a problem that the industry is bringing agencies together to try and tackle, and we work very closely with Financial Fraud Action in the UK as well as the police to try and tackle this.
Maurice, thank you very much for your time and telling us more about the report.
Thank you.